Hi, it's Shane, your host and presenter for today. Pag-aaralan natin kung paano mag-navigate sa Microsoft Teams kasi I'm sure you all would get interested with this. Ang daming features ng Microsoft Teams and matututunan natin yan ngayon. So to join this happy group of people, let's start using Teams. Pwede tayo gumawa ng account for free. We just need to click sign up. We can also click sign in if may existing accounts na tayo. To make it easier to sign in, we could simply head to the Teams website, teams.microsoft.com, and when we go there, they will bring us to the sign-in page where we can sign in with our school or workplace account. We'll see a screen that will prompt us to get the Teams desktop app. The Teams desktop app is more feature-rich and it also has all of the greatest and latest functionality. Kung madalas tayong gagamit ng Teams, I recommend na we go to getting the desktop app. Pero pwede rin naman na sa web app lang din kayo. It's still your choice. Pero for the rest of this tutorial, nagamit ako ng desktop app. If you decide to use the web app, you'll have most of the core functionality. If you wanna update to the desktop experience, anytime, over here in the bottom left-hand corner, may makikita tayong download desktop app icon. Click lang natin yan para ma-download ang desktop app. And now that we have the Microsoft Teams, I want to take a moment to orient you on the experience. Dito sa bandang kaliwa, tinatawag natin tong navigation bar, and in a moment, we were gonna go through each one of these to see what they can do. Ngayon, this one here is called Teams and the app itself is called Teams. So ano kaya kung dito tayo magsimula? It's probably a pretty important one. Now, you might be wondering, what is a team? Well, to simply describe it, Teams is a collection of people, content, and also tools that would be based on a project or a group, and maya-maya we'll go through an example and see what that is. But first off, we need to add a new team para magkaroon ng bagong team. At the very bottom of this pane here, we'll see an icon that says join or create a team. Let's click on that. Between join or create a team, I could create my very own team, or I can join an existing team. Sa example na to, gagawa tayo ng sarili nating team. Next, we can create a new team from scratch or from an existing team. Makikita natin sa baba na maraming templates na in-offer si MS Teams. Mas magiging malinaw kung ano ang teams dahil sa mga templates na ito. We can have a team to manage a project, or maybe we want another team to onboard new employees for our organization or to manage an online event, kagaya ng ginagawa natin ngayon. For this example, we need to onboard new employees to a company. Gagawin natin to since goal naman natin na ma-increase ang employability nating lahat. Kaya let's assume na may company tayo. So I'm clicking this template to set up my new team. By using a template, it will automatically create channels for us, and in a moment, we'll see what these different channels are. Gagawin natin to since goal naman natin na ma-increase ang employability nating lahat. Kaya let's assume na may company tayo. So I'm clicking this template to set up my new team. By using a template, it will automatically create channels for us. And in a moment, we'll see what these different channels are. It also adds some apps to the team. All of these looks good, so let's click start. On the next screen, you can define whether it's a private or public screen. Only those people who you invite can participate in your team if you click private. If you set it into public, anyone in your organization will be able to join. Now, I'm all about transparency, so let's click public. Kailangan natin maglagay ng mga detalye tungkol sa ating gagawing team. Okay, tapos na, pindutin natin ang create. Now that I finished adding my team over on the left-hand side, I see my new team in this list. If I click on the ellipses, I can add members to my team. I can even get a link to the team that I can share with others. Kung tapos na ang project at hindi ko na kailangan ang team na to, I can even delete it. Within my new team, I have 4 set of different channels. Ngayon, ano ba ang channels? It allows you to organize specific topics and projects. So dito sa new employee onboarding natin, I have a channel where employees can come together and they could chat, and I could keep that separate from our training channel where I'm going to upload our training materials. So once again, a channel is simply a way to organize content and conversations. Pumunta tayo sa employee channel para makita kung may conversation na ba roon. Here in the very bottom, I could click off a new conversation, but here I see that Nestor, one of our employees, already posted something, and I could click on reply and this would create a threaded conversation. Mag-type tayo ng reply kay Nestor. Now that I have typed in my response, if I really want to get Nestor's attention or anybody's attention, I can type in the @ symbol and then I could select a person. So here, if I typed @Nestor, he'll going to get a notification that there's a chat waiting for him. Along with mentioning individuals, I could also type an @ and I can mention the entire channel. So here, I could simply say @employee chat and anyone who is part of this channel will get notified. Sa screen ni Nestor, makakakita tayo ng icon indicating na may bagong mensahe para sa kanya. And here we see this red @ symbol indicating that he was mentioned in the conversation. It was an easy way to get someone's attention. As I'm having a conversation with Nestor, I can also format my text to make it stand out a little more. Here again, I'll click on reply and then dito ang format text icon sa baba. We can use all of the different standard formatting tools. I've now formatted some text and I want to make sure Nestor checks out our training document, and I'm not just limited to typing in text here. I can also drag and drop over and then I can include a file as part of this conversation. To access this file, Nestor can click on it here within the conversation, and he could also go up above and he can click on file, where here you can see the different files from across all of the different conversations. Within the files view, you can also create a new document directly from here, and you can also upload an existing document. Every single channel has its own files tab and it also has its own post tab. So once again, ang channels ay ang pag-oorganisa lamang ng iba-ibang conversation at files to stay on top of the teams. And the channels that matter to you, pwede natin i-organize ang ating teams by simply dragging and dropping. Kapag may team na hindi na importante para sa'yo, click natin ang ellipsis at pwede natin ito i-hide. Here, I want to make sure na I stay on top of the employee chat. I can click on the channel, click on the ellipsis, and then I can pin it to the top. So I have easy access back to the channel. Balik tayo sa navigation bar. On the left-hand side of the top icon is for activity. This is where you get notifications from recent activity from meetings, files, or apps. Here I see that Nestor mentioned me twice, and I can follow up on that over here. I can also filter all of my activity. If I click on the ellipsis here, I can filter down to specific types of activity over on the left side in the navigation bar. The next icon is for chat. It is ideal for communicating and sharing in smaller groups. Up here, I can kick off a new conversation by clicking on this icon. Dito, mag-type tayo ng Patty at sa baba, pwede tayo makatype ng message. Ngayong magka-chat na kami ni Patty, I can turn this into a video call. I can also simply set it into a voice call. Pwede rin mag-share screen dito. I could add additional people for this conversation, and here I could even pop out of the chat. So let's say I want to jump into a team and continue chatting. I can do that here. On the navigation bar, the next icon is calendar, and here's where I can receive my upcoming calendar. Up in the top right hand corner, I could click on this icon that says new meeting within meeting details. I can type in a subject for my meeting. I could also include participants for my meeting, and then I can type in description. It's pretty much the same flow as within Microsoft Outlook. Once I'm all done, I can click on the send button. This will automatically include a join link for Microsoft Teams. So type in a description. It's pretty much the same flow as within Microsoft Outlook. Once I'm all done, I can click on the send button. This will automatically include a join link for Microsoft Teams so we can all meet virtually. Here, now I see the new event on my calendar. And when I click on it, I can now join the meeting before joining the meeting. I can configure my video and audio options. Here, for example, I'm going to turn on my webcam. Back over on the left-hand side, back in the navigation, there are two more different icons that we're going to look at. The first one is calls, and this is where you could call other people in your organization. You'll see a history of all of your calls. You could go through and look at your contacts, and you can even listen to voicemail. Down underneath that, there's also the Files view. Here you can see all of your files within OneDrive, and you can see all of the files that you have access to within Microsoft Teams.